Welcome to Thunder Live on FanDuel Sports Network, presented by Toyota. Let's go places. A beautiful afternoon here in downtown Oklahoma City as the Thunder squared off against the Philadelphia 76ers, walking away victorious thanks to an impressive second half performance. Everyone got in on the action this afternoon, including Aaron Wiggins with double digits off the bench, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander showcasing his electric moves, and Chet Holmgren with an incredibly efficient outing, 29 points for him on the night. Hey everybody, welcome inside Paycom Center and into Thunder Live. I'm Paris Lawson alongside the Thunder's very own Royce Young. And Royce, the Thunder are now 5-0 this season against the Eastern Conference. Dating back to last season, that is 23 consecutive wins against the East. And this one, well, the Thunder, they got it done in the second half.
I think that's 34 out of their last 35 against the East as well. It's an incredible run that the Thunder have been on. But, you know, this game was kind of an interesting one early on. Sunday afternoon, maybe a little sleepy. The Thunder weren't as engaged defensively early in this one. Tyrese Maxey really had it going in that first half.
Yep.
I think he had 23 or 24 points. 23 points. 5 points for Maxey in the second half. Finished with 28. And the Thunder defense really changed the tone in that third quarter. I thought Alex Caruso was a big part of kind of flipping the energy. I thought J-Dub really heated up the ball on the defensive end. The Thunder started kind of generating those open floor turnovers, getting out in transition and scoring there. Of course, like you mentioned, Chet Holmgren, monster game from him. The 29 points were awesome. The 9 rebounds were great. 4 blocks, and some of them were spectacular.
Fantastic.
Rim protection blocks from Chet. Just a huge game from him.
Yeah, a collective effort by Oklahoma City to walk away victorious against the 76ers this afternoon. Let's bring in the voices on tonight's call. Chris Fisher and Michael Cage. A lot of great action in this one, guys.
Yeah, thank you, parents. A vintage OKC this afternoon against the Philadelphia 76ers. And as Royce and Paris laid out, Micah, there's a lot to like and a lot of good that we saw unfold this afternoon, from the 72 points in the paint to the defense in the second half to Chet Holmgren to different guys stepping up. But what ultimately stood out the most to you?
Well, I'm going to start with those 72 points in the paint. That's a massive number. Anytime you can get to the basket that many times, it's going to bump up your shooting percentage. That's why the Thunder shot 57% from the field. But it's a variety of ways. It came off of drives. It came off of steals in the backcourt. It came off of lobs. It came off of that zone defense. They busted that zone in that third quarter. I thought they cracked a code on that. They got players to the middle, and they were able to make plays. And that's what really, I thought, swung the pendulum in the Thunder's way, those 38 points in that third quarter.
Yeah, you look at the points off turnovers, 31. The defense, it just went to a whole nother level in that second half, 23 turnovers. I thought the way that the Thunder were aggressive on the offensive end, we know Philly likes to play fast. The Thunder were able to get on transition as well.
Well, and that's something they couldn't get to this afternoon because they kept turning them over. Anytime you get 31 points off turnovers, 23 turnovers, that's disruption. And then what about the deflections when they couldn't get the turnovers? So they had the 76ers constantly restarting their offense while they were going the other way with the basketball. That's why they had such a decisive advantage in the second half. And just keep in mind, this was, 12 ties, 6 lead changes, but a lot of that happened in the first half. It was all Thunder in the second half.
Yeah, I find these games against the Eastern Conference to be unique. You know, it's not like playing Denver 4 times a year. You only get them twice a year, so it's a completely different look. You catch them over the course of 82 games, but nonetheless, the Thunder played their game this afternoon.
Yeah, they sure did, and walked away victorious. Chris and Michael, thank you so much. As always, we appreciate you. Now, I thought Michael brought up a really good point. 72 points in the paint, that's a season high, and a lot of that offense, it started in the first quarter from the very outset of this game. So what do you say? We roll the tape. Let's take it from the top and see how this game unfolded. I'm going to spoil this a little bit. The Thunder started the game a perfect 9 for 9 from the field, which is their best start since 2017.
Pretty good efficiency right there, Paris. But, we talked in the pregame about the Thunder getting a little more of that spacing, cutting, moving, and some of those easy buckets back that has looked like the team for the past 3 or 4 years. And we saw a lot of that. And that's what generated a lot of these paint points by the Thunder. The lob game was there for OKC. What a great finish that was by Hart going through the contact to get the and one. So the Thunder did a great job of it. This was one of the more spectacular plays of the season right here. What an incredible two-handed block that was from Chet. And then the unselfish play right here. The hot potato, you take it. I love that from the Thunder. That's just the unselfish mentality that all these players play with.
Yeah, some incredible ball movement. Everybody getting in on the action. And the 76ers, to their credit, they were red hot offensively as well, causing some disruption of their own. This game is going to be tight. No one is going to lead by more than double figures in this first half.
Yeah, absolutely. The 76ers came to play in this one. But, A.J. Mitchell back tonight and really gave the Thunder a nice spark late in the first quarter, hit his first shot, that corner three. And you can just see the incredible pace that A.J. plays with. It's an amazing thing, Paris, to be able to play fast but under control the way that A.J. does. He's just able to always just make the right read, the right play. How about, the 76ers, they had some tough finishes in this one. You mentioned the deflections. The Thunder could have come up with more steals in this one, but the 76ers, to their credit, played through a lot of that and were able to hang on to the ball and finish in possession.
To start the game, we talked about the fact that the 76ers don't really score in the paint much. They had 24 paint points in the first half of this game. Spoiler alert for the second half, only 10.
Yeah, the Thunder did a great job of really kind of tightening things up. But I thought OKC generated great looks throughout this game. A lot of open corner threes. Again, we talk about the last week for the Thunder. The shot quality has been there for OKC. These are great looks, great rhythm looks. And then, of course, there's a volatility element to shot making. Sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. But the Thunder did a great job of paying off the good rhythm looks that they generated throughout this one.
Yeah, the Philadelphia 76ers, their offense still humming in this second quarter. It's going to be a close game throughout the entirety of this first half. And a lot of that had to do with Tyrese Maxey, as you mentioned, Royce, 23 points in the first half.
He's a handful, isn't he? He's so quick with the ball, and he seems like he can get to the rim when he wants to, and he's a great finisher. So Maxey is really tough to handle. Aaron Wiggins looked like himself big time today, just getting those open threes, cutting, spacing, all the little Wiggins things were there. I love this from Shai. It was like, all right, you're just going to give me the layup. I'll take it, I guess. And I think Shai was thinking he wanted to get to that baseline step back.
Only Shai could make that play work. Beautiful stuff from SGA and great patience as well. We're going to see a lot of different guys get involved offensively for Oklahoma City. But that was just smooth as butter for SGA.
The Thunder, this is the points in the paint, and the Thunder just kind of attacked at will downhill. And a lot of that, I think, had to do with the way that they were kind of had the Sixers chasing the ball throughout a lot of this game, and that they were over-helping, they were under-helping. They couldn't really figure out what they wanted to do. And then again, this is what we saw from the Thunder more today than we have recently. The defense to offense. I love this from Shai. Again, just completely under control, playing at his own pace, and just playing in the open court there to get 2 easy points.
Just when you think you got him cornered, he's got to move to get out of it. Impressive stuff. And this is where things start to open up for Oklahoma City, who's going to end up putting up 38 points in this third quarter.
Again, the first half was a little sleepy defensively. The Thunder didn't stack up the stops that we typically see them get, but I thought Dub was, again, a big part of changing some of that defensive energy in the third quarter as the Thunder started to stack up those stops. Some of it was turnovers, and some of it was just good fundamental defensive possessions. Again, the Sixers have good players. Paul George, obviously, a handful alongside Tyrese Maxey, but the Thunder just kind of stuck with possessions and just kind of stacked it up in this third quarter, Paris.
And I love what we see offensively as well. Some great rhythm, and a lot of that had to do with their ability to get stops, get out, and run. You're going to see a lot of those runouts here in the third quarter. Not much going offensively for the 76ers. Only 24 points in the third quarter.
Michael Cage mentioned adjusting to the Sixers zone. That was a great look at it right there. SGA going to the free throw line and kind of solving the problems. But you mentioned about SGA and just the way that he's able to get out of problems. It seems like, just the incredible craftiness. We talk about it all the time. It seems like we see something new from him every single game.
Look at this run out. Great pass by A.J. Mitchell. Even better finish there by Aaron Wiggins out on the break. That brings us to the fourth quarter, where the Thunder, they've extended this lead now to the largest lead of the game, and they're going to run away with this one. Not much contest here in the fourth from Philadelphia.
It's a great job by the Thunder continuing to play, continuing to stick to their identity, generating the kind of downhill attacks that they want to open up the defense. I love this. Aaron Wiggins just off ball right there, movement, spacing, keeping the Sixers chasing the ball. This is just great Thunder basketball right here.
Incredible stuff by Oklahoma City, putting this one away. The 76ers, they'll try a lot in the fourth quarter, only put up 18 points, but it's really plays like this, the defensive energy, the pressure, the disruption that would really make this game go Oklahoma City's way and walk away with their fifth win against the Eastern Conference this season. A lot of different guys getting involved, and I loved especially the defensive energy that we saw. It's kind of like sharks in the water. Once they smelled a little bit of blood, it was a frenzy out there.
as I was watching some of those plays, it makes me think, Paris, that, watching the Thunder when they start kind of stacking up these steals and the disruption, it's almost like a great pass rush in football when you know that the other team's kind of got to throw and you start kind of pinning your ears back and going after them. You start making the quarterback hold the ball a little bit longer. That's what seems like happens to some of these opposing offenses, that they kind of get disrupted in their offense. They're hunting perimeter looks. They don't really know what to do. They start holding the ball, and the Thunder Sharks, they start just smelling the blood in the water, and the anticipation skills of these players really cranks up, and that's what leads to a lot of these runouts.
Yeah, we saw so much disruption in this game by Oklahoma City, able to defeat the 76ers this afternoon. Let's get you over to the press room so we can hear from Thunder head coach Mark Daigneault postgame.